Hello viewers, welcome to another day in the life of me. I thought I'd share some information here today on installing a remote starter in a 2000 GMC Yukon. And the reason I'm sharing this because I found that there are some differences in wiring in what the 12volt.com had to show. So I can give you a little review on the system I'm installing. It's a real simple little install. It's like $124 on Amazon. Works great. It's Compustar brand. Went with the 925S. Comes with 2 fobs. So far it's pretty impressive. Now, the way I hooked this up, I didn't hook up the lock or the unlock because you gotta go and run a couple relays for both of those because the lock and the unlock work on a negative output on the remote starter. So I decided I'd just skip that, and I just went the route of basic installation. So what we got here is this is the instructions from the actual box that it came in. Got all my colors here, and I printed this off from the 12volt.com, and I couldn't figure out what was the ignition wire. Okay, the ignition wire is the pink wire. Figured that one out pretty good, but the ignition 2 wire is a little confuzzling. This tiny little guy here. See that? Yeah. That's a real thin wire. That's ignition 2. It's a white wire. You'll follow it all the way inside to this plug. All of your ignition wires are plugged right into here. Now, all the other videos I saw on YouTube, they had it was a little different. Nothing looked the same. And there was a yellow wire for the starter. But the yellow wire was thick like this one, coming from the remote starter. It ain't thick on this truck. This thin little wire here. So that's where I was confused. I figured it out. I probed it all the way back up here. Figured out which was the starter. Yep, that's the starter. That's ignition 2. That's ignition 1, pink. And then we got our accessory here, the orange, the thick orange. Now, there's only one accessory on the remote starter, and there's 2 accessory wires on this truck. This one is for the HVAC. Obviously, you want heater with your remote starter, so I decided to go with that. I don't think you need a radio when there's nobody in your vehicle, so I decided to skip on the radio. I got 4 simple wires here. Thought I'd share that information as I had some troubles figuring it out. And then I got my power wires hooked up here. These are both constant 12 volts coming from that panel back there. Don't know if you can see it too well, but this remote starter, it called for 2 12-volt supplies, 2 big thick wires. And then the running lights, I ran the running lights all the way up into here, and there was a light blue, a thick light blue wire that I just plugged it into that. And that works for the running lights, which also happened to be a 12-volt supply, which is really nice. So yeah, I thought I'd share that information. Oh, and I didn't need a bypass module because I figured out how to bypass it myself with the resistor. I mean, it's an old enough truck. Doesn't matter to me. Works just fine. It's a little easier to steal now. But if somebody wants to steal something bad enough, they'll find a way to do it. So yeah, pretty good product. It was really an easy install. Just a few wires, and comes with 2 fobs. They're already paired to the device. It works great. She's running. Key is not in the ignition. Just like that. If you want to know how to do the bypass on the ignition, this is a 2000 GMC Yukon, so I think it has a passkey 2 system, and it was really easy to figure it out. There was a guy on YouTube, the Midwestern Mechanic or something. He had a video. He showed it everything to do it, so that made life easy. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this little video. Yeah, some Yukons apparently have different wiring, and maybe this helped you, maybe it didn't, I don't know. Give a thumbs up, subscribe maybe. Cheers.
Did you like this video? If you did, I think you're gonna like this one right over here. So check it out. And I appreciate your subscribing if you haven't done so already. Remember to do that while you're watching this next video. Click like, it all helps us out for this channel. Catch you next time.